is so treacherous. One moment you're lost in a carnival of delights, with poignant childhood aromas, the flashing neon of puberty, all that sentimental candy floss. The next, it leads you somewhere you don't want to go, somewhere dark and cold, filled with the damn ambiguous shapes I hope you never forgot. Memories can be wild, ripples of little brutes, like children, I suppose. But can we live without them? Memories are what our reason is based upon. If we can't face them, we deny the reason itself. Although why not? We aren't contractually tied down to rationality. There's no sanity clause, so when you find yourself locked onto an unpleasant train of thought, heading for the places in your past where the screaming is unbearable, remember, there's always madness. Madness is the emergency exit. You can't just step outside and close the door on all the dreadful things that happen. You can lock them away forever. So I see you received the free ticket that I sent you. I'm glad. I just so want you to be here. You see, it doesn't matter if you catch me and send me back to the asylum. Gordon's been driven mad. I've proved my point. I've demonstrated there's no difference between me and everyone else. All it takes is one bad day to reduce the sanest man alive to lunacy. That's how the far world is formed where I am. Just one bad day. You had a bad day once. Am I right? I know I am. I can tell. You had a bad day, and everything changed. How else would you dress up like a flying rat? You had a bad day, and it drove you as crazy as anybody else. Only you won't admit it. You have to keep pretending that life makes sense, that there is some point to all this struggling. God, you make me want to puke. I mean, what is it with you? What made you what you are? A girlfriend killed by the mob, maybe. Brother carved out by some mugger. Something like that, I bet. Something like that. Something like that happened to me. You know? I'm not actually sure what it was. Sometimes I remember it one way, sometimes another. If I'm going to have a pass, I prefer it to be a multiple choice. But my point is I went crazy. When I saw what a black, awful joke the world was, I went crazy as a coot. I admit it. Why can't you? I mean, you're not unintelligent. You must see the reality of the situation. It's all a joke. Everything anybody ever valued has struggled for all. It's all monstrous, demented gag. So why can't you see a funny side? Why aren't you laughing? You know, it's too late. It's funny, but it's far too late for this situation. You know, it can't be ever changed. This situation reminds me of a joke. See, there were these two guys in the lunatic asylum. And one night, they decide they don't like living in an asylum anymore. They decide they're going to escape. So they get up on the roof, and there, just across this narrow gap, they see the rooftops of the town stretching away into the moonlight, stretching away to freedom. Now the first guy, he jumps right across with no problem, but his friend dared not make the leap. You see, he's afraid of falling. So then the first guy has an idea. He says, "Hey, I have a flashlight with me. I'll shine it across the gap between the buildings so you can walk across the beam and join me. But the second guy just shakes his head. He said, what do you think? I'm crazy? You turned it off when I was halfway across.